Welcome to Thursday, June 12th, 2025. This Day Weather podcast brought to you by ConverseCountyTourism.com. Feel the energy of Converse County. Explore Douglas's Railroad Heritage, Ayers Natural Bridge, and the Jackalope Legend. Glen Rock boasts scenic trails, dinosaur history, and small town charm. Plan your visit at ConverseCountyTourism.com. Beautiful shot there of the Bighorn Mountains with the red rock and the greenery there and the blue skies. Those blue skies filled up with a lot of clouds yesterday, as we are going to be looking at more scattered shower and thunderstorm activity. Now, the activity today will be a little bit less on Wednesday. Many of you saw some strong thunderstorms, especially in western Wyoming and eastern Idaho and parts of Utah as that front came on in. We will have a little bit of residual moisture leading to some scattered showers and thunderstorms today. Thunderstorms pick up a bit in coverage east of the divide on Friday. And then, as we've been talking all week, just kind of getting into this routine summer pattern of warm temperatures, partly cloudy skies, and some late day thunder. Also have a sea surface temperature update for you for the Pacific and across the globe that you may find interesting. Here's some great shots. Of course, a lot of you have probably noticed that big old full moon, the strawberry moon out there. Got a couple of photos there for you. One there, a flight on approach into the Scottsbluff Airport, and then the strawberry moon across southeastern Wyoming. A couple of shots here from the snowy range in southeastern Wyoming. A lot of snow still, usually is in early June up there. And if you want to know what it was like to get to that spot, to take that photo, well, it looked a lot like that. And then shower and thunderstorm activity really fired up yesterday, and the thunderstorms and showers that developed led to some great photos. Now, this was from Tuesday of some thunderstorm and shower activity developing near Laramie, between Laramie and Centennial there. And then Tuesday evening, light show in Douglas. Not one lightning photo, but two lightning photos for Douglas. The first one there from Eric, the second one there from Timothy. Wow, quite a shot there. Now, those thunderstorms on Tuesday, more bark than bite. A lot of lightning, but not a lot of precipitation with them. It's that time of year, folks, to remember your lightning safety rules. Lightning is very dangerous and causes more fatalities every year than you would think across the nation and across the globe. And we're just into that time of year. Thunderstorms and showers will be building like this in the mid to late afternoon and evening hours. And here's a shot yesterday from western Wyoming from some of those big thunderstorms that prompted many severe thunderstorm warnings yesterday across western Wyoming. And there's a shot at Fremont Lake near Pinedale by Dave Bell of a big thunderstorm there. Also, what's really interesting, Jan Curtis sent this along. He captured this Tuesday evening with his awesome time-lapse cameras. He captured a heat burst. When you kind of put together the video with the temperature reports, you can see there by reading that, a lot of you probably have experienced this living in the western United States, whether it's in the Rockies or the western high plains or the desert southwest, where you could actually have a heat burst in the evening or even at night where temperatures suddenly just rapidly rise. And you can see there, the temperatures went up almost 10 degrees there, and the humidities dropped when those showers and thunderstorms went on through. And you can really see a lot of features here in the time lapse when we put it all together. And this is something that we'll see here in the days ahead, as a lot of times we'll get these showers and thunderstorms, and there's moist air up high, but there's dry air near the ground. So you get some evaporation and you get those strong wind gusts. But at the same time, you can get kind of a turbulent atmosphere that causes not only the showers and the virga like you're seeing here, but the big jump in temperatures that will sometimes happen with those heat bursts. Thanks for sending that information along, Jan. Really cool, interesting stuff. As we take a look at the forecast for today, the 500 millibar chart is showing a west to east flow with small disturbances moving through. Now, I haven't been able to show you satellite imagery yet over the last couple of days because the satellite photos that the website I use has been down. Hopefully that'll be up soon. What we see here is that west to east flow. That'll keep disturbances coming on through. So we're going to see showers and thunderstorms again on this Thursday, especially along and east of the divide. But you can see along the I-80 corridor into the mountains of Colorado and then out into the plains. And there is some risk of severe weather in the darker green shaded areas there across the central high plains and across parts of the southern plains. Then as we go into Friday, there's kind of a little bit of an uptick in moisture, and thunderstorms get a little bit further north, out a little bit further east, and we need to watch Friday as a severe weather threat day, especially on this long arch from about Billings to near Casper to Cheyenne, out to Goodland, Kansas, down to Dodge City, through Scotts Bluff and North Platte there in Ogallala. So Friday, we'll need to watch out for some strong to severe thunderstorms. As we go into the weekend, the pattern gets a little bit more dominated by this ridge of high pressure here. So we start to see the flow push to the north, some hot high pressure develop over New Mexico and Arizona. So that's going to lead to some warmer temperatures this weekend. However, southwest flow aloft will bring weather disturbances. So the weekend, here we go again. As we've been showing you over the last couple of days, just this repeating pattern of warm temperatures, morning sun, afternoon clouds, and afternoon thunderstorms. So Saturday is going to be an active day, especially in these brighter colored areas here. The further west you get, the air is much drier on the other side of the divide. So that's Saturday and that's Sunday. So as you plan your weekend outdoor activities, keep that in mind, especially on the plains. Now further out, we've been showing you this trough of low pressure that wants to come into the Pacific Northwest. We've been talking about the battle between the models, the European model disagreeing with its AI version. Well, it looks like the AI version is probably going to win out, which means it may not get as cold next weekend as it looked. In fact, we could go the opposite way. We'll just have to watch it. But this is for Wednesday. A westerly zonal flow comes back into the picture again. So that'll keep temperatures warm, but will keep it from getting too hot in this weather pattern. And it will continue to keep, at least Monday and Tuesday, dirty flow here, keeping scattered showers and thunderstorms into the mix. Now, I wanted to briefly give you a sea surface temperature anomaly update. We all know that we've gone back to the neutral state. The La Nina has faded. Notice you got patches of blue and patches of red and orange here. We're basically in a neutral phase. It's not La Nina anymore. It's not a developing El Nino. Certainly, the sea surface temperature anomalies have changed from where they were at the beginning of the year. Look at this little patch of blue out here in the Atlantic. This is going to be kind of a wild card for the early part of the hurricane season. If you look at the change in sea surface temperature anomalies from January to May of this year to January to May of last year, you can see some trends. And there's nothing unusual going on here. This is how it works, but you have to kind of keep track of things. Sea surface temperature anomalies go up and they go down through the course of the year, through the course of 5 or 10 years. They kind of go back and forth. But what we've seen is a decrease. If you compare the first 5 months of this year to the first 5 months of last year, the global anomaly temperature-wise, and also you can see out of here over the oceans, is quite remarkable to how much cooler the first 5 months of this year is to the first 5 months of 2024. So quite a bit of a difference, and wanted to highlight here, the Atlantic has really cooled off. This really shows the impacts of the La Nina that we have had here over the last 9 months or so. So pretty interesting when you take a look at the tropics. The tropics have been cooler for the start of this year compared to the start of last year. Something that we'll monitor and keep track of as we go through the summer season. Have yourself a great Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow.